When you think of Ashton Kutcher, you might picture the goofy and lovable Michael Kelso from That 70s Show, or the charming romantic lead in Hollywood rom-coms. But behind the polished facade lies a story far darker and more mysterious than most would ever imagine. From shocking Hollywood parties to ties with unspeakable tragedies, today, we're uncovering the unsettling details of Ashton Kutcher's rise to fame. Ashton Kutcher's journey to stardom started in the most unassuming way. Born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Kutcher was a small-town boy with big dreams. Growing up, he was far from the Hollywood spotlight, working odd jobs and studying biochemical engineering at the University of Iowa. But fate had different plans for him. Kutcher's life took a dramatic turn when he entered a modeling competition on a whim. His striking looks and charm won him campaigns with brands like Calvin Klein, catapulting him from Midwest obscurity to the global stage. But even as his modeling career soared, Ashton had his eyes set on Hollywood. The big break came in 1998 when Ashton landed the role of Michael Kelso in That 70s Show. The show was an instant hit, Kutcher's comedic timing and effortless portrayal of the lovable goofball making him a household name. But while fans saw him as the lighthearted Kelso, Ashton's personal life was taking a much darker turn. Behind the scenes, Kutcher's rise to fame coincided with a series of personal tragedies and controversies. One of the most heartbreaking moments in his life came in 2001 when his then-girlfriend Ashley Ellerin was brutally murdered. Ashton was supposed to pick her up for a date that night, but what he discovered instead would haunt him forever. Ellerin was found in her home, stabbed 47 times in a horrifying attack. Kutcher testified in the trial years later, admitting he thought the red stains on her carpet were spilled wine. But questions lingered. Why didn't Ashton call the police when he noticed something suspicious? And why did it take him hours to arrive at her home that night? Ashton's involvement in the Ashley Ellerin case isn't the only shadow cast over his career. In 2009, another tragedy struck when his former co-star and girlfriend Brittany Murphy passed away under mysterious circumstances. Fans were devastated by the sudden loss of the talented actress, but her death raised more questions than answers. Brittany's death was officially attributed to pneumonia, anemia, and a mix of prescription medications. But whispers of foul play and toxic mold in her Hollywood Hills home fueled speculation. Strangely, just 5 months later, her husband Simon Monjack also died in the same home under eerily similar circumstances. The house itself became a focal point of intrigue. Former owner Britney Spears reportedly sold the property because of unsettling experiences, claiming it felt haunted. After Britney's death, those stories only grew darker, with rumors of toxic mold and eerie presences adding to the mystery. But Kutcher's connections to controversy don't end there. In recent years, he's faced backlash for his support of Danny Masterson, his That 70s Show co-star convicted of sexual assault. Ashton and his wife Mila Kunis wrote letters of support for Masterson, calling him a role model, a move that sparked widespread criticism. Fans and critics alike questioned Ashton's judgment. How could someone who co-founded Thorn, an anti-child trafficking organization, support a man convicted of such heinous crimes? The contradiction left many disillusioned with the actor and his carefully curated public image. Ashton Kutcher's rise to fame has been anything but ordinary. Behind the laughs and smiles lies a web of controversies, tragedies, and unanswered questions. And as more details emerge, one thing becomes clear. The man America fell in love with is far more complex than anyone could have imagined. Just when you thought Ashton Kutcher's controversies couldn't get any darker, new allegations and resurfaced events continue to raise questions about the star's past. From connections to notorious Hollywood figures to his own alleged involvement in unsettling incidents, Kutcher's carefully maintained image is under increasing scrutiny. The fallout from Ashton's support of Danny Masterson didn't end with public backlash. In fact, it opened the floodgates to deeper examinations of Kutcher's Hollywood ties, particularly his connection to Sean Diddy Combs. Allegations surrounding Diddy's infamous parties, known for their debauchery and secrecy, have dragged Kutcher's name into the conversation. But how deep does this connection go? Back in the early 2000s, Kutcher became a fixture at Diddy's legendary gatherings. These events, which were as much about networking as they were about excess, were often shrouded in secrecy. Attendees signed NDAs and rumors of inappropriate behavior swirled for years. In a resurfaced interview, Ashton hinted at things he couldn't talk about, leaving fans and critics wondering what secrets these parties might hold. One particularly disturbing incident involves a resurfaced clip from the 2003 MTV Movie Awards. During this event, Ashton and Diddy presented an award to a then 12-year-old Davey Chase, who had recently gained fame as the terrifying Samara in the ring. After congratulating her, Diddy, with a drink in hand, invited the young actress to an after-party. Ashton's subtle but visible interaction during this moment has raised eyebrows in the wake of Diddy's current legal battles. Social media exploded after the clip went viral, with users demanding answers. Critics pointed to Ashton's close proximity and behavior as potentially enabling or complicit in the culture surrounding these parties. While no concrete evidence links Ashton to wrongdoing, the association alone has raised significant concerns. And it's not just Diddy's parties that connect Ashton to troubling Hollywood circles. His involvement in the Ashley Ellerin case continues to draw speculation, especially as new details about her brutal murder come to light. Gargiulo, later dubbed the Hollywood Ripper, was convicted of Ashley's murder in 2019. Ashton's testimony during the trial described his shock upon learning about the crime. However, conspiracy theories have persisted, with some questioning his delay in calling authorities after noticing suspicious details at Ashley's home the night she died. Adding fuel to the fire are allegations that Mila Kunis, Ashton's wife, has grown increasingly uncomfortable with his past connections. Rumors of a potential split have surfaced, with sources claiming Mila may be cooperating with authorities investigating Diddy's alleged crimes. Could Mila hold the key to unraveling Ashton's secrets? For Ashton, the stakes have never been higher. Allegations of complicity, questionable decisions, and his proximity to some of Hollywood's most controversial figures have placed his legacy under intense scrutiny. But is it fair to judge him solely on these associations, or does his philanthropic work deserve equal consideration? The debate over Kutcher's true character reflects a broader question about Hollywood itself. How much do we really know about the stars we idolize? And at what point does proximity to wrongdoing become complicity? Ashton Kutcher's story is far from over. With ongoing investigations, rising public skepticism, and a legacy hanging in the balance,
Subscribe
one
now.
thing is clear. The truth, when it finally emerges, will redefine everything we thought we knew about Ashton's rise to fame.